Hi, everyone. I'm CBS19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. Here in the CBS19 Weather Center, we have that weather impact alert that continues through Thursday because we have a heat advisory that is also in effect Thursday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Longview is included in that heat advisory, so is Henderson. Tyler and Jacksonville are not. Crockett not included in that heat advisory. We do have Carthage included in that, Center, Marshall, Jefferson, Nacogdoches, and Lufkin. We think over on at least that part of the state, we're going to see heat index values climb up to about 105 to 109. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share on our YouTube channel. If you're on our Facebook page, just like and then share this with someone else so they can stay up to date on what we're tracking here and what we're tracking the pink area. That's where we have the forecast heat index climbing to around 105 to 107 tomorrow. Maybe 99 or 100 over in Jacksonville, 99 Palestine and Athens. I wouldn't take the heat too likely, even if it doesn't feel like it's 100 degrees. But you know the rule. We've had this for the last few weeks. We get highs in the mid-90s. Just make sure you're drinking plenty of water. You're taking your breaks. You are getting inside air conditioning when you can or in some shade. Not much of a summer breeze tomorrow. So when we say it's going to feel like 105 to about 107, 108, it'll pretty much feel like that, especially in the direct sunlight. And in the direct sunlight sometimes, especially when you're working vigorously, it can start to, at least your body responds like it's about 20 degrees hotter than what it actually is. So we're looking at 10 to 7 with the impact being heat illness. And again, if you start getting stomach cramps, lightheaded feeling, you're starting to get heat sick. And so that's the time to really take a break. Just hopefully you won't get there. And so in order to avoid that, you're drinking water. And again, air conditioning, always the best solution here. If you don't have any air conditioning, at least a cooler room out of the direct sunlight tomorrow. As we head into the evening, it's a pretty nice night out there, 88 degrees. It is, however, very humid with dew points in the lower 70s. Still have feels like temperature of 96. There's a south wind light at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Around the area, it feels like it's 95 at Chandler right now, 95 at Overton, 94 at White Oak, 92 at Tatum, and 94 at Troop. White House feels like 96 degrees. Still have a couple of feels like temperatures around 100 degrees at Slocum, Grapeland, Crockett, and Redtown, where it feels like 100. Over in Center, it feels like it's 95 degrees. So maybe just a little bit cooler in deep East Texas. I'm going to check the Facebook, make sure if anybody's got any questions on our KYTX page. If you have any of those, type those in. I'll try to comment on those and get you up to date on what's happening. I see one comment coming in. Let's see what this says. And it is from, did I miss the rain chances from the storm? Or if we were talking about the tropical storm, I'll go over that in just a second, Haley. There was no chance of rain today. That storm yesterday, or the chances for rain yesterday, have dried up, so to speak. All right, so tomorrow, potentially hottest day so far this year, up to 97. Mostly sunny skies. Again, heat advisory prompts the weather impact alert for tomorrow. Friday and Saturday, we have the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll go over a more detailed look at that using our future Skycast coming up here in just a second. Just want to cover the heat because that's the most immediate concern that we are going to have here in the next couple of days. Just have a handful of people watching. We appreciate you taking your time out to watch. I know it's not real active weather, but any time that we have heat advisories in place or excessive heat warning or something like that, or extreme heat warning, then we get into those situations where we just want to keep you up to date on what's going on. All right, so heat advisory tomorrow. The criteria for the heat advisory is that we have to expect a heat index of 105 for at least 3 hours in the afternoon. The National Weather Service did something different this year. I just mentioned excessive heat warning. They've done away with that terminology, and they're just going for extreme heat warning. But the criteria is the same. When the heat index is expected to reach 110 degrees for 3 or more hours, then it's an extreme heat warning. So tomorrow, with our weather impact alert from 10 to 7, we're talking about, just a recap here, 97 for the high, the risk of heat illness, and we're urging everyone to stay as hydrated as possible as that heat index climbs up there into that 105 to 108 degree range. Out toward Canton and Emory, Sulphur Springs could be around 99, but still want to be very careful. All right, so here's the eye on the tropics tonight. We had a little cluster of showers and thunderstorms moving off the panhandle, and it's just kind of going through some reorganization. I don't believe that's the storm already in New Orleans. It's going to be right in here. There's this weak little circulation that National Hurricane Center is tracking still has a 40% chance to become Dexter. So right there in that X is where you're looking at the center of the circulation. Again, showers and thunderstorms east of that with a 40% chance of development really over the next 2 days. Over the next 7 days, this system will be a thing of the past. It's really going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and by Sunday, it's moving up into the Ohio River Valley. So there it is with max winds at 35 miles an hour. To get it to a tropical storm, we have to increase the winds just 4 more miles. So it's getting close to that. It's still considered a tropical wave. The invest on it is that it's being watched closely. Each one of these invests is given a number. We start at 90 each year. So this would be what, the fourth one, 90, 91, 92, 93, so fourth one. The L means it's in the Atlantic. So that's why you see those numbers and that's what it means. This blue line here, that's the National Hurricane Center's outlook. These other lines are popular or agreed upon most accurate hurricane or tropical storm forecast paths using the models that the National Hurricane Center looks at most, or the ones over time that have been proven to be most accurate. Sometimes you'll see models they'll have just some deviation that doesn't stand or seem anywhere close to what's going on. So I've taken those out and using here the most accurate ones that in history over time have played out to be the best to use. So really it looks like the storm itself, the center of the storm does not come into East Texas. A couple of solutions have it kind of brushing along the Louisiana-Texas border. Most likely it's going to move here into central Louisiana. So the heaviest rainfall is going to be across southern Louisiana, but still with this flow out of the east-southeast, there is a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms, even in East Texas. So you can see southern Mississippi, Louisiana, that's a 100% chance of rain there. We come back to the northwest, we see Hemphill at about an 80% chance of rain. If it rains 1/100 of an inch, remember, it rains, so it verifies it at 80% chance. Orange area on Friday, and this is primarily Friday afternoon, Friday night, 60 to 70% chance. Henderson's about a 50% chance. If you take Smith County, you've got anywhere from a 20% chance up toward Winona to about a 30% chance in Tyler. And then as you head south and eastward, let's say toward ARP, you have about a 40% chance. So just cutting that all in half, slicing it up, there's a wide range of rain chances. Longview's sitting here at about a 40% chance. Gilmer's at about a 30% chance. Looks like Marshall, Carthage in that 40 to 50% chance of rain on Friday. Then Saturday, less of a chance of rain. Most of us are in that 30 to 50% chance of rain. So when I've averaged everything out, you'll see this in the rainfall chances. I have a 40% chance on Friday and a 40% chance on Saturday. Rainfall amounts from the Weather Prediction Center, so they're keeping an eye on rainfall amounts in case there's flash flooding. So this is a consensus of the models, a consensus from the forecasters at the Weather Prediction Center, and the agreed upon total here across Smith County is anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. Jacksonville about 1/4 of an inch, maybe over southern Russ County, 1/2 inch of rainfall into southern Panola County. The bullseye, if we have a bullseye in East Texas, is going to be deep East Texas, where you see that blue number at about 3/4 of an inch to Hemphill about 1 3/4 inches of rain. Again, that's Friday night and Saturday. Cleta watching from Theodore, Alabama. Good evening. All right, so yeah, Haley, this is what we're going to go over now, and I've got an hour-by-hour breakdown on this in just a second. But you can see there is some rain in the forecast Friday and into Saturday. Hopefully it doesn't wash out any type of weekend plans, and so when we get to the timeline, maybe this will help a little bit. 40% chance Friday, 40% chance Saturday, dries back out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It gets hot again. The end of next week, or next week, middle part of next week, probably 96, 97 degrees. And that could last for a couple of days, maybe till the end of the month. 76 in Linden tonight, 75 in Longview, Palestine, 70 degrees, 75 at Lufkin. Clear to partly cloudy skies, just seasonable. The average low is 75, so we're right there in that ballpark. It could be a little cooler at Palestine and Athens, right around 70. And then hour by hour tomorrow, 85 at 10 a.m. Noontime temps already pushing 90. So you got a feels like temperature 95 to about 100 in that time frame. 95 to 97 for the high tomorrow, so that should get our feels like temperature above 100 and closer to 105 in the advisory area. All right, so here's what many of you came for, Future Skycast. We're going to walk you through the next few days. We'll start tomorrow afternoon. There's no chance of rain. It's sunny, it's hot, it's just kind of a searing heat here with highs in the upper 90s. Center in St. Augustine could be as warm as 98 degrees. Canton, Athens, Palestine, Tyler, Mineola, all in the mid-90s. Now, late Thursday night, Friday morning, couple showers around St. Augustine. That's at 3 o'clock in the morning. Friday afternoon, you'll see just a little bit of rain shower activity developing, nothing heavy. Nacogdoches toward Lufkin, maybe a little downpour into Trinity County toward Groveton. Gets a little more widespread, so they're scattered anywhere from Mount Pleasant, very light rain, Longview. Best chance for any kind of downpour will be over toward Crockett, down toward Lufkin, and over toward St. Augustine and Hemphill. That's Friday at 4. Friday at 7, likely most of this activity is going to be over deep East Texas, staying dry in most of East Texas from Henderson, Carthage, maybe Jacksonville, Tyler to the north, probably dry Friday night. Get into the overnight hours, clouds start to increase. Saturday morning, rain chances, deep East Texas. They'll spread to the north at 8 a.m. This looks like a steady rainfall from Groveton to St. Augustine, some scattered showers toward Carthage, up toward Jacksonville Saturday morning. And then it starts to look like it's becoming more widespread here as we get into Saturday afternoon. Likely what will happen, and many times with tropical systems like this or large areas of low pressure, on the very outside edge of a low pressure area, the air is sinking. It's called subsidence. So that subsidence will likely mean that there's going to be a sharp cutoff where this rain perhaps makes it up to Jacksonville or Henderson Saturday afternoon and just stops, and everywhere else stays dry. And then the whole system shifts to the east and the rain comes to an end by Saturday evening. In about a half hour, new data will come in. This is high resolution data. We'll get another 6 hours of data that'll come in about a half hour, take us out through Saturday at 7 p.m. And so we should be able to play that out for you and give you kind of a better look at Saturday. Plus, that'll update. All right, anybody suffering from pollen, mold spores in particular, with the standing water, the high humidity, the rainfall we've had here recently, the mold spores are just really out of control. They're up in the 6,000 range. Here's your Bill, the Scott and White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital 7-day forecast. Up to 97 then tomorrow. 93 on Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, 40% chance of rain. Partly cloudy on Sunday, 96 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We appreciate you watching our live update here on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page and on CBS 19 Plus. Remember, you can always like, subscribe, or you can download the CBS 19 app and watch CBS 19 Plus and our coverage. Otherwise, we will have an updated forecast on CBS 19 News at 10 o'clock. Hope to see you then.